Sebelumnya, perkenalkan nama saya Muhammad Zainadan dengan 35 akhir 268. For this presentation, I choose PT Bank Rakyat Indonesia or BBRI as my company. For the first question, let's talk about the description of the company. Bank Rakyat Indonesia or BRI is one of the largest state-owned bank in Indonesia. The main focus of BRI is micro, small, and medium enterprise. Its core activities include collecting public funds through saving, current account, and deposits, and distributing loans such as people business credit and corporate financing. Nowadays, BRI also very active in developing digital bank service such as like Brimo, BRI Link, and internet banking. So we can say that BRI has successfully transformed from a traditional bank into a modern. So for the second question is talk about risk identification. In this part, I categorize BRI risk into four main types: compliance risk, control risk, hazard risk, and opportunity risk. For the compliance risk, BRI may face non-compliance with OJK and Bank Indonesia regulation, especially relate to prudential lending for microcredit. Another risk is the possible violation of anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism financing rules if the banks know your customer process is not carried out properly. For control risk, the first one is possibility of cybersecurity breach in digital platform like Brimo. And second, there is the risk of internal fraud, where employees may manipulate financial records or customer data. For hazard risk, BRI could face natural disasters such as earthquake or floods that disrupt branch, office, or data center. There is also fire risk in office building or operation centers that could damage asset and interrupt service. And finally, for opportunity risk, BRI might lose customer if it's too slow in digital innovation and compared to competitors like BCA or Bank Jago. Another opportunity risk is the limited expansion to rural areas due to weak infrastructure. For the third question is about likelihood and impact. Among all the risks identified, some have a higher chance of happening and more serious consequence. For example, the cybersecurity breach risk is rated as almost certain with catastrophic impact, meaning it's very likely to happen and could cause serious harm. Compliance risks are likely and have severe impacts. Other risks, like natural disease, are possible with severe sequence, while internal fraud or fire incident are possible or unlikely with moderate impact. This shows that digital and operational risks are the most critical area for BRI to manage. For the fourth question is for this assessment, we can map all the risks into a risk matrix. In this matrix, the cybersecurity breach stands out as a high risk since it is both very likely to occur and has catastrophic potential. Then risks like regulation, non-compliance, and digital innovation delay fall into the medium risk, high risk category, still significant but not as urgent as cyber risk. Meanwhile, other risks such as internal fraud Fire incidents and limited expansion are categorized as medium risk. This matrix helps BRI set it is prioritized to manage which area need the most immediate attention and resources. So for the fifth question, let's move on to part E, which is about identifying the most critical risks and how company respond to it. From all the risks I have mentioned before, cybersecurity risk is clearly the top priority of BRI. This makes sense because BRI relies heavily on its digital platform like Wimo, BRI Link, and internet banking, which are used by millions of customers every single day. If a cyber attack happens, it can cause data leaks, financial loss, and even damage the bank reputation. The impact is catastrophic because once public trust is broken, it takes years for a bank to regain it. There was even a real case in 2023, when BRI experienced a short disruption in its BMO service due to cyber incident. Some transactions were delayed and customer couldn't access their account for a period. In response to that, BRI took several important steps. First, they invest heavily in IT security infrastructure using multi-layer firewalls and high-level encryption. Second, they implement multi-factor authentication for all digital transactions. Third, they launch AI-based fraud detection so suspicious activity can be detected in a real time. And finally, they start educating customer about online safety, for example, warning them about phishing and fake links. So through this action, BRI has shown very proactive and adaptive approach in managing digital risk. It's not just about fixing problems after they happen, but also building prevention and resilience in their system. So for the next question is, I will explain about the risk bow tie. Now let's continue for the section. I choose one of the hazard risk natural disease that can affect BRI data centers. Let's break it down simply using the bow tie model. On the left side, we have house. Wait. On the left side, we have coast. Indonesia is naturally prone to disaster like earthquake and floods, and some of very main data centers are located in this risk-prone area. Data centers, sometimes the problem also come from a lack of disaster recovery planning or dependency on one physical infrastructure. Then in the center, the risk event itself, natural disease happen, and it cause damage to the core banking system or interrupt digital service. On the right side, we see the consequence, for example, temporary shutdown of operation, possible data loss or transaction delays, and loss of customer trust or reputation damage. Now, let's look at how BRI manage this through preventive and corrective method. Preventive controls include setting up backup data center in different location using cloud-based disaster recovery system, conducting emergency simulation drills regularly, and ensuring key assets against fire and natural disease. Then for corrective control, when a disaster actually happens, they quickly activate their disease recovery center, use daily backups and real-time data replications, and deploy a crisis response team to handle the situation. And most important, maintain clear communication with customer and regulators to preserve trust. So these tipo, so this bullseye analysis helps visualize how a company like BRI can prepare for an response to unexpected events, from understanding the cause, managing the event, and minimizing the consequence. So it's my explanation. Thank you for the attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.